Hello, 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 you guys. Welcome to Yaya's Best Life. This is sort of a different forum that we're going to have today. I wanted to share a new journey that I am on with my YouTube friends and family. And so I was hoping that it's so nice here in Florida and the sun is shining, so I wanted to share that with you. But it's a little bright and with the lighting and all, but we're sitting in front of the window today. So welcome to Yaya's Best Life. If you're new here, I welcome you and thank you for joining us today. And if you're a returning peep, y'all know me. What's up? How's everybody doing? So as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be talking today about a new journey that I am on. And I have decided to this is coming. I've been on this for a while, and so I'm just now getting it together enough to be able to share this information with you. And my purpose for sharing with you the fact that I have chosen to go on Ozempic, which is a semaglutide type medication. I wanted to share that with you. So for all of you that have been with Tim and I for the last few years, we started out doing mukbangs, and we still periodically do mukbangs. I've shared with you meals that I cook for us and different travels that we have been on, and not only that, going plant-based and just trying to be healthy. And I've been going through all of these little health things, and the doctors can't seem to put their finger on this, that, or the other. So they be having you all paranoid all the time. But I just kind of wanted to share about our mental health, our physical health, choices that we make in life, and how we get through those. I'm 67, and as you age in life, and for women, and I can speak specifically for women, there's a lot of things that our bodies go through. And so it causes us to either gain weight, lose weight, or just different complicated things to happen to your body. And y'all, I feel like I done been through doggone near all of them or whatever. But the main thing is, it's like they can never really put their finger on it. Your blood work is off to some manner. But now, no matter it seemed like what I've done, I might could lose 20 pounds. I may, 10 pounds, and you turn around a little bit later, you gain that back. You just, for those of us that have been on weight journeys or whatever, you just kind of up and down, up and down. And so I finally just made the decision. It was a few weeks ago. It was like I talked to my doctor, and it's like, you know what? I'm just done. I'm done. I really like being plant-based, and I think I will stick with that and develop that back into what I am doing now and how I'm eating as well, because I really felt good when I was eating plant-based. So we'll get to that. There is so much in this whole thing that this video, I just wanted you to know the journey that I'm on. I want you to know what a semaglutide is, that type of medication. And I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I'm just sharing with you what I've been going through. Today, it's a medication that you get injected, and generally you get it injected into your belly. Some people do their arms, some people their thighs or whatever, but for me, it's been in the belly. And this happens once a week. There are a lot of different type of medications that are out there. A lot of time insurance doesn't pay for it. Many people go through telehealth type format where they can get the different type of, you've probably heard of Wegovia, Zepbound. There's many other ones, type of medication for weight loss. Mine is for weight loss, yes, but my primary is with Ozempic. Once you become diabetic, it's a medication that is offered, can be offered to you, to help you with your diabetes. Not only does it help you with your diabetes, I'm starting to, as I do my research and talk with my doctor to understand, there's other things that it helps you with your hormones in your body. And I just have felt like my hormones have just been totally out of whack for years, you know. As women, you know, you birth children, um, you go through menopause. That's a whole series in itself there. Your body just goes through all of these different things. Our bodies are so wonderfully made. And when you get into looking at the internal of our bodies, the cells, the makeup, how we repair ourselves, it's, I don't know. It, for me, it's something that just brings a joy to you to understand and to be thankful, uh, to be alive. And I do think back on, I wish I had taken care of myself a lot more. I was a long time smoker. And not only that, I quit smoking as well. That just changes your hormones in your body as well. Changes your hormones that you do it. And then if you do it for many, 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 many years and then you quit, you know, your body is set up to function according to what we are putting in. Same way with foods that we're putting in our bodies. Okay. So I just, you know, got tired of, I go in all the time. I'm constantly getting blood work done, blood work done. That's just what for the last few years that they've kept doing is, you know, you got to get your blood work done. Then they send me to the cancer center, and then that puts you in a whole state of mind because you know you be thinking, okay, they're gonna come up with something. So you're just on this roller coaster. And I'm done. I'm with being on the roller coaster. So I decided that after I'd done some research about this medication, and after my numbers showed several weeks ago that I slightly went over to not just being pre-diabetic, but now diabetic. I don't know, for some reason that just kind of said hello. And it was something that I could put my finger on, I guess. And they had never given me, I've never had anything that I could put my finger on. And I kept saying that, you know, they just kept saying, there's something not right. There's something not right. And I kept saying to them, I don't want something just to show up one day. So I don't understand this, you know, you can't put your finger on and all this blood work. They'd be, you know, pumping blood out of me all the time. So anyway, after I kind of started doing some research about, you know, being a diabetic and wanting to lose weight also. And I just felt like, you know, I just feel like my hormones are just totally out of whack. I've never had any medication to deal with anything that had to do with going through menopause. And so, you know, women lose estrogen. Some women get estrogen shots. I've never had any of that. Um, I quit smoking. You always say you're going to gain weight. And remember when I went and got the medication to quit smoking, and the receptionist, she said to me, she said, well, you know, you'll probably gain, you know, like about 20 pounds or whatever. But I was like, oh, I said to myself, oh, I'm going to be intact. I'm going to pay attention to it. But it sneaks up on you. These type of things sneak up on you. So anyway, with all that said, it's just like the weight just kept coming on, keep coming on, and you try to remove it. And now at my age, it's like I'm tired. It's harder, you know, I like exercising, but I'm saying in order for me to lose what I feel like I need to lose, I gotta put in like when I was, you know, when you exercise when you're in your 20s and your 30s. And I just don't really have the strength. And maybe I don't have the mindset as well. So I just kind of told my doctor, you know, he wasn't down with it at first. I said, I'm tired and I just don't want to, I can't do it anymore. And I need help, you know. And so we kind of talked about these medications and he told me all about the side effects, which I had already read about them or whatever. And so I told him that I understood that. All of this said, I am now I am on week 6 uh, of taking a weekly injection of Ozempic. And today was my injection day and weigh-in day. So I kind of just wanted to share with you guys. First off, I got some notes here on my paper because I want to make sure that I articulate the medication to you. For those, there may be people out there that really want to know about it. I want to share that and say to you, make sure you go and do your research, and make sure you talk to your doctor about how you're feeling. But Ozempic is a brand name for a specific formulation of an ingredient which is called semaglutide, and it's used to track type 2 diabetes. And I have high blood pressure, and I take a cholesterol medicine as well. And in all of my studies and my research, it seems like this medication is something that has been helping people through the studies that they have done to make an improvement. And I've not been able over the years, and I've been on high blood pressure medicine for many years, and I want to get off of it. So anyway, that was another key as far as me deciding to go on this Ozempic. So this semaglutide, it's an ingredient in this medication that belongs to a class of drugs called GLP-1. So you probably heard a lot about GLP-1 receptor agonist. And so, but Ozempic is the brand name of the medication, and it contains this semaglutide, which is the active ingredient in it. And so it helps to lower blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes. And it also it can reduce risk of major adverse cardiovascular type situations that one might have. So how does it work, you ask? This semaglutide, it mimics something that is natural in our body already, which is a hormone, and that hormone is called GLP-1, which is glucagon-like peptide 1. Okay, so we already make this in our bodies, but sometimes when you get just way out of whack or whatever, your body's not responding and functioning as the way we were made for it to function. So this is a medication that helps with that. And it helps to regulate the blood sugar. It helps to regulate your digestive system, and it helps to regulate your appetite. So like when I get what it does is, it's amazing how the medicine does work. We have receptors in our brain, throughout our whole body, in our gut, our stomach area, throughout our whole body, that all this inside of us talks to each other. And so this medication tells your brain says, I'm hungry. I want to eat. I want to be satisfied. And this medicine helps to turn that down so that we're not always hungry. I have found that I have to make, the first couple of weeks I had to make myself eat. So you have to really be ready to go on this medication. You have to really go ahead and do your research before you start. Don't just start, seeing people, because there's a lot of videos out there, and I watch them, and a lot of people, men and women, have lost a lot of weight, and kudos to them for doing that. But you have to put the work in, okay? You have to put the work in. The medication is only a tool to help you. It's not the be all. It's not the magic pill to say it's going to melt all of this fat off of me. Um, it is a tool that helps me to say, I want to change my lifestyle. This is something that I will be doing forever. I need to learn how to eat better. I need to learn how what I'm putting in my mouth, what it is doing to me when I eat. Okay. And so it's been fun in some ways, and then it's been like, oh my gosh. So I'm going to talk about some of the side effects here. I'm not going to keep you guys a long time because my plan is to, on Wednesdays, to bring you a video to give you on my injection day and to give you my weigh-in. And so how much, I've lost, whether I have or I have not lost any weight that week. So I'm excited about that part of it. And I want to do some videos also letting you know what type of foods, how am I eating, how am I changing my lifestyle. And before I decided to go on this, I've always tried to exercise. Y'all know I done bought y'all videos, or I'm out there walking or whatever, or I've gone to the gym, be it here in the community where I live, or I go to the club, the gym, the Planet Fitness that I'm a member of. And so I've been working at it for several years. And it's just like I can't not be consistent to get the weight reduction. And the older I get, it seems like the worse that it gets. And so I want that to be gone. I do not want to be fat anymore. I'm not trying to so don't be taking nothing all wrong or anything. When I use the word fat, I'm talking about me. I want this gut to be gone, and I want to be healthier, you know. As I always say in anything that I've come to you with, know your why. When we're out exercising, we're out walking, that's a conversation. What's your why? Why are you out here? Why are you doing this? What are you getting out of it? And mine is longevity of life. And mine is, I got grandkids. I have only one son, and I don't want to leave them early, and there's still things, my parents are still living, and I have a whole husband. And so I've got very good friends, and I like coming to talk with you guys and share things with you. And I like watching y'all's videos to see what y'all up to, what's going on, what's happening. So learning, that's what we're doing. We're learning from each other. And so those are my whys. That's why I want to be healthy. And I want to share more of what I think I have in me to give to others, and especially to my grandkids. So back to about this semaglutide. How does it work? It works by mimicking that natural hormone that we already have in our body that's called GLP-1. And when you take it, what it does is it slows down the gastric emptying. So it slows down you go and poop. The food stays in your digestive system longer. It reduces your appetite. It does make you kind of not want to eat. And so that's why you have to have a plan of action. In the future, what I need to do, I was just talking to a friend today, is meal prepping, because you have to be on point. Otherwise, sometimes you'll go and you be forgetting to eat. There's days I have not hardly eaten at all, and it's like I just didn't think about it. That's what's so amazing about the medication. You don't even realize that you have not eaten. So that's why you have to have a plan of action when you start. It's not for the weak. You can't just willy-nilly do this thing. Okay? So you want to be on point with it. So it reduces the hunger signals from your brain, which then therefore that helps to assist with weight loss. And it helps to reduce your calorie intake as well. Some of the side effects: nausea, constipation. For me and others that I have talked with, it's not all the same, but it's fatigue on me. It's like I'm really, really tired. Like today, I'm kind of okay. I had my shot earlier today, but probably tomorrow I'll be like extremely tired. And after I get off from work, I'll want to take a nap, you know. And that'll last for a couple of days for me where, I'm just kind of tired. Um, Constipation is one of the negative side effects, and I have experienced that like really, really bad. It's like, oh my God, please, if I can't go today, this is horrible. But what you learn from it, it really makes you learn how to eat better. Okay. And it really makes you learn how to portion your food. I'm learning how to make sure that I just take my time and chew my food and enjoy chewing it, because I'm not going to want a lot of food. Like I could go to, one of them places, you buy a salad or whatever. You think, I'm doing a good thing here. I'm going to have me a salad. So, that's good. And I eat the whole big old thing. That's all good. I can't eat one of those hosts. Like go to, we have a place here, Zaxby's. Publix, they have a really good salad there, and I get my protein on that salad as well. Um, you can get a small one or a large one, which they call, it's like a sub salad. You just don't have the bread or whatever. So you can get a half a sub or you can get a full sub. If I even get a half a sub, which is the salad, in its salad container with all the little lettuce and the spinach and, all the veggies that you want on it and stuff. I don't eat the whole thing anymore. And it was a time when that's what I would get. And I was like, okay, that's what I'm eating. And I would eat the whole thing. I can't eat that anymore. My brain to my stomach doesn't, excuse me, allow me to do that. Portion size, okay? When I do make my meals, I just use a saucer plate, okay? But you have to eat, and you gotta eat in order to lose weight, because you don't want to just lose. If anytime you lose weight, no matter if you're on some diet or whatever, excuse me, you're always gonna lose muscle along with losing fat. So that's why I'm really happy that I started exercising before I even decided to go on this thing or whatever, because you don't want to be all saggy and kind of shriveled up if you don't do any exercise or any weight training. So you'll see here in the future, I'll be trying to get to the gym to do some more weightlifting or whatever, because you want to make sure you keep your muscle built up on this type of a program that you're on. But I'm not going to keep y'all too much longer here. I started April the 9th. My first week, I lost 4 pounds. My second week, I lost 1 pound. And week 3 and week 4, I just stayed steady. So I felt some kind of way about it. As I said, today was the end of week 5. I started week 6. And I can report to you today that my weight loss was 3 pounds. So I was ecstatic and I was excited about that. Every 6 weeks, I go see my doctor and we kind of talk about how I've been feeling, what's been going on, have I had, any really bad side effects, and whether we think that it would be good for me to what they call titrate up, go up a dosage. So I'm not sure what that's going to look like next week or what he'll say or whatever. So what is that? I'm about 8 pounds down. I notice my scale at home is always different than the one at the doctor's office, but I'm just going to go stick with the one at the doctor's office because that's the one that he'll be looking at. But 8 pounds in 5 weeks. For me, the slower, the better, because then you have that, I feel like it'll stay off, versus just like losing a whole bunch of weight and then, whatever happens or whatever. I want to make this a lifestyle change, and this is the way my life will always be as long as I am above ground here on earth. And so it's exciting. Um, I am thrilled. Every day is not a good day or whatever, and every day I don't always feel good every day. But I am learning, and I'm learning how to eat better. And with that, that helps me the weight to come off. So this last week, I intentionally documented everything that went, what I ate and how much I ate and how much protein I'm getting in, how much fiber I'm getting in. And it's just a quick, when I fix my, what I have, I just kind of jot it down. I wasn't good like every day, but I lost that 3 pounds. So that told me, repeat that next week with those same types of food, that same amount, and see where you get. Okay. So I'll be back next Wednesday to talk a little bit more about Ozempic and my, what I'm going through with it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them down in the comments, and I will try to answer all questions. I'm not looking for no negativity. I know a lot of people think you're cheating the system when you do this. And no, I don't feel like people that have chosen to do it is cheating the system, because you got to put a lot of hard work in. Just like if you chose to, just like when I was going plant-based or whatever, you got to meal prep. You got to, choose every day exactly what you're going to do. And that's the same thing with this. And if you don't go in looking at it as, oh, I'm just going to get this injection every week and I'm going to sit back and, the fat on my body is just going to melt off and then I'm going to be the be all. It's not going to be like that for you. It won't work. You got to exercise and you got to know what you're putting in, and you got to change your life and how you're doing things. So, anywho, that's my story that I had to tell y'all today. That's the journey that we will be on for, I don't know, on and on and on. But I will be back tomorrow morning, and we're going to do another set of in-home walking and some exercise as well. So we'll probably do that. Today's Wednesday. We'll do that for Thursday and Friday. And thanks for listening. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday for this conversation. And I'll see you tomorrow morning for exercise. So, as I say in each and every video, time is our most precious commodity. So make sure you value your time, spend your time wisely with yourself, your family, and all of those that are closest to you. Our health is our wealth. Okay? So I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Deuces, y'all. Bye, y'all.